this time on hot shots. Max pursues a national championship, but gets jammed along the way.
Had a pretty decent run going, and it's a horrible finish. Very disappointing.
And Jerry proves that even legends can make devastating mistakes.
Definitely off.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that, Jerry.
That was a good match thrown away right there. That was a real good match. Real good one.
The sun has yet to make its way above the southern Utah horizon.
I'm gonna go over there, dry fire for a little bit, and then when the sun comes up, I'll live fire a couple mags.
And already, Max Michel is hard at work. This is USPSA Handgun Nationals, America's most prominent pistol tournament. Max is an 8-time champion here. But this year is different. The ultimate prize, the one he's been working all season for, is now just 3 weeks away. And this match is his final tune-up.
The USPSA Handgun Nationals is always a big event. I mean, it is the biggest event every year, but that's just it. It's every single year. And I've won it several times now. And while I don't take that for granted, it's an extremely big feat to win that and to win it consistently. There's still that one other one that I'm looking for, and that's that IPSC World Championship just after this event.
Sure, another national championship is something he wants, but it would carry a different meaning with it this time.
This time winning the national championship is more of a statement. It's not just putting another title in my office and telling my sponsors, you know, great, we won another one. But it's making a statement to my competitors, letting them know that I'm ready, I'm prepared for 2 weeks, and that's the IPSC World Shoot. Warm-up went well. You know, we're halfway through the match now, and I felt really comfortable in the warm-up area. Feel loosened up and shooting good groups over there and doing well. So, yeah, we got just half the match is over. I'm doing well. I'm on top right now with a pretty comfortable lead. But I can't let that affect the way that I shoot. I have to keep on pressing forward, keep on doing what I do, and just shoot my game.
The first half of this 28-stage test has been held under dry and dusty conditions, but change is in the air.
I've shot out here several times and I've never seen rain, and we have potential for some really bad weather today, and I just can't let that affect me or my mindset. I just have to keep playing my game. And if we all have to swim in the dirt, then we all have to swim in the dirt, but I'm gonna keep shooting targets.
At major matches, lunchtime in the Miculek family is not the time to eat, unless it's food for thought.
Is it empty or has a mag in it?
At the FNH 3-gun championship in West Virginia, Jerry Miculek is chasing a title in the open division, and doing so in top form. That means skipping the buffet line in favor of walking stages.
Coming into this, I'm shooting really good. What I want to do is take every advantage I can. So Kay and I and Lena, you find us at lunch break, going out on the ranges, walking through stages. Whatever second we can save by a walkthrough, we're going to try to do.
With the lunch break over, Jerry and family, wife Kay and daughter Lena, take on stage 1. A 100-yard meandering run full of shotgun and rifle targets.
I think the big payoff is going to be getting to the rifle. There's some steel set out in the woods. I've been trapped in shooting positions like this before, so I got a sweet spot picked out. I think it's going to go well. I'm looking to have a good performance here.
As has become the norm, Lena Miculek is vying for high lady honors as she steps to the line.
Lena's big obstacle on this stage, of course, is keeping the shotgun loaded. When she gets to the rifle, she's going to be as good as anyone. But just the idea of keeping the shotgun within the 180 and loading it fast as she can on the run. Overall, I think it's going to be a good stage for her.
Stand by.
With both his wife and daughter in with solid scores, the Louisiana legend is next.
Are you ready? Yeah. Stand by. Finish, unloading, sure clear. 54-61.
Kneeling works well.
That's run, sir.
Jerry's satisfied.
Ooh, I was aiming.
But he won't be for long.
I mean, up is off, right?
Yeah, it was definitely up with the red.
Definitely off.
He's made a critical mistake, and his match might be over because of it.
That's how easy the wheels fall off.
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better. And by Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Miculek. Hot Shots proudly supports the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 toward your new or renewing membership to the NRA when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net. Dry and dusty is a typical description of St. George, Utah in late September. But this year is different.
Yeah, it's super dark out here now. It's not good when the lighting's this bad, so everybody's having to deal with it, so we're just gonna keep doing what I do, I guess. But yeah, somebody definitely turn out the lights. I've been here a few times now, and I'm not typically used to seeing these types of weather conditions here in St. George. It's making it extremely difficult to see the actual targets, and anytime the targets are dark or the rain comes, it becomes even more difficult to see what we're looking at and what we're trying to hit. So it's gonna make it quite the challenge for everyone.
A pair of short stages start Max's day.
Stand by.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Finish the load shift. Clear.
It's a good start.
Clear, hammer down, sister.
They both went pretty well. Anytime you got two stages like this together, it can get a little bit nerve-wracking, or it can get a little bit uncomfortable, you know, because your adrenaline's still flowing from the first one and you got to quickly go into the next one. The first one was nothing more than just a small stage where you can actually lose your match. I just didn't want to lose my match there, so I shot a little bit slower than some of the guys, but I made sure I got all my hits. And then on the last one here, I had a pretty good run as well. So just one pickup shot, maybe a little slow again, but you know, that's been the story for my match. Just a little bit slow, but very consistent and good shots.
But the conditions are rapidly deteriorating.
It was super dark, and I had, you know, raindrops on my lens, and it couldn't have been any worse conditions for me. So it's very, very difficult to see, and the brown targets are blending in with the brown backstop with this lighting, and it makes it very difficult. So it's quite the challenge today. So everybody's got to deal with it.
At the FNH 3-Gun Championship, Jerry Miculek has just posted a time that's best in the open division by 10 seconds. But there's a problem at the spot he dumped his shotgun, and it will turn out to be one of the costliest mistakes of his storied career.
On this stage of fire, guys, I burned it up pretty good. I shot an excellent stage all the way through the end. The RO walked me back to my shotgun and pointed at my safety, and the safety was not engaged.
There, that's a match DQ.
Okay.
I mean, up is off, right?
Yeah, it was definitely up with the
It
red.
was definitely off.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that, Jerry.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's a $5,000 error. Going back through my stage of fire mentally, I realized when I went to put the shotgun in the drum, I had it upside down like this. What I had done when I had fixed this rear sight to this receiver, some of the chips had gotten under the safety, so I took everything apart. I reassembled the safety backwards, which means it functioned 100% of the time with the shotgun in the upright position, but when you turn it over, it disabled the safety. So when I put it into the drum, mechanically the gun would not go back on safe, even though my thumb was on the safety. It was my fault. I reassembled the gun incorrectly. So there you have it. My problem, my fault. Very expensive learning curve. That was a good match thrown away right there. That was a real good match. A real good one. Hadn't shot this good in a while. It's a part of racing, you know. You think this is the other side that you really don't see. This isn't the glamour side. We've all got DQ'd before, so it's a tough lump. But especially when you're doing good, it's really hard to swallow. But if you compete, the wheels fall off, and you just have to be enough of a competitor to learn from your mistakes. And that's one thing about 3-gun. There's 1,000 different mistakes. I've made about 990. I'm getting close to the 1,000 mark, so I can actually say I've learned something. But little things like that running a really good match, and that was a solid match I had. Probably one of the most consistent matches I've shot this year, and the wheels fell off. So 1,000 ways to hang yourself, and that was one of them. It's the way it is. You don't base your career on one disaster or one accomplishment. So this is just another notch in the rung, you know. So win some, lose some. Lost this one. Better luck next time.
At Handgun Nationals, rain is no longer a question of if.
Just going to be when. And you know, we're already starting to get some drops. We're already starting to see some clouds rolling in. They're coming this way, and it's going to get bad.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Overall, I was really happy with that. I think I only had 2 Charlies on the whole stage, and the time was pretty good. So hopefully this will give me a little bit more cushion and keep doing my job, man. I like the rain.
He won't be saying that for long. A slight drizzle is one thing. A downpour that will impact everything is quite another.
It's not only rainy and dark with bags on the targets making it difficult to see, but it's actually starting to get a little bit chilly out too now, so it is affecting the performance of each of us, but that's the deal, it's affecting all of us the same. So as long as I don't let it affect me more than it needs to, I think it'll all work itself out. The footing's difficult. Once the rain's starting to come and the ground's getting wet, that desert environment and mixing with rain is just turning into slop and mud, and it's making it difficult to gain your footing, which could be a safety hazard. So I need to be very cautious of that as I go through the course of fire and know that I could run faster, but if I do that, I might fall down. So I need to make sure that I'm staying on 2 feet at all times.
Casey Eusebio, who withdrew from the Pro-Am a year ago after shooting in a downpour, again finds the conditions less than to his liking.
I can feel his pain. You know, he's a California boy, loves the outdoors, loves the nice weather, and now he's stuck here in Utah. The rain's coming, it's getting nasty, and yeah, he needs to get out of it quick. He can't last long, but it's just Casey being Casey.
By the time it's Max's turn, the rain has all but stopped, but the slop isn't going anywhere.
The damage has been done. The ground is nasty. The terrain is just going to be very, very difficult for me to navigate through. It's one of those things that it just makes the day longer. It makes it more difficult. It makes everything nastier. You drop your magazines. Now you have a mess. You have to clean. You know, coming into a position, you're trying to be cautious, but yet you're still splashing up mud everywhere. And now your legs are nasty, and it stays with you the entire day. And it just makes things, I think, a little more draining and a little bit more mentally difficult for each shooter. was just, I couldn't quite see where my hits were going on the swinger and that other back target, so I took 3 shots at it, each one, and had all 3 hits were good hits. It's a decent run, but sometimes you wish you can get those shots back. I just tried to be cautious where I could, or where I had to be, and then it was quite slippery in there.
To this point in the match, Michel has been able to weather the storm. And with conditions improving for the final 2 stages of the day, he knows it's an opportunity to take a sizable lead into tomorrow's finale.
As the weather gets better, I see it as an opportunity for me to even shoot better and feel better, and yeah, put this thing away early and give myself a position to be able to come in tomorrow and just kind of cruise and coast through the competition to win it.
Are you ready? Stand by.
His performance on the second to last stage is best in the match.
It's good, just 1 point down, a couple extra shots. It'll survive this one.
A similar run on his final stage of the morning will leave him with the comfortable lead he covets heading into tomorrow.
Let's shoot it to the Lord!
When you shoot well on your last stage, it not only kind of makes you, feel good about what you're doing and give you the opportunity to feel great about that specific moment, but what it does is it sets you up for the next day, and it kind of puts you in that mental mindset of, yeah, I'm going to keep this thing rolling.
Stand by. If you are finished, unload and show clear.
In Max's world, this qualifies as a disaster. Worse than the 29th place finish on the stage is the 35 points lost to second place Chris Tilley because of it. His comfortable lead is gone.
Mag jam. Had a pretty decent run going, and went to do a magazine change, and my backup big stick had to be used at that point, and then it wound up jamming at the end, costing me 4 seconds or more. So, gotta just sucks when you're shooting good and then you have equipment issues. It's just very disappointing. It's a horrible finish, just I wanted to go back to the condo today with a real big, nice cushion lead and just relax. Now I gotta think about this all night and figure out what the hell's going on with my gear. I'll take care of it as much as I can too. I'll probably take care of my stuff better than anybody else, and you get a malfunction. Very disappointing.